Okay, so probably is I hope um with the uh okay, we're going to cover a few things about last night. I don't know if this is going to be today either, but we'll let you again. Also, I need people to get some paper or something to write on. We're over a couple more things today, like more about everything. Like I said, we can get to the Bigfoot and let you know everything that I want to start you on. And as we okay, we just got kicked off again. Now, I don't know how many of these other Bigfoot channels get kicked off um, or have problems with their systems, but we've only been doing this a couple of days and we are getting more glitches, more kicking off the feed. So right now, since everybody's still kind of getting here, I'm going to go over the announcements. Today is August 30th. The announcements are also that I do have Facebook pages, but I am in Facebook jail, so I can't get there until I think 18 or 19 more days. So bear with me on that. But one of the pages I have on Facebook is Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, in parentheses, anglers in surrounding areas. I also have the Choctaw Murder Woman, the Oklahoma Man, and Sun database. The two pages I have on Facebook, bear with me, and then I'll pick up another clear um, video. Okay, the museum. The name is Chute, Chute, Chuty Ranch. A big experience. That is in Tallahassee, Oklahoma. That's opening up in September. We're going to be in that area at the same time, so hopefully they can visit us or we can visit them, or both vice versa. The next announcement is the 3D, the camp is 3 days away. Wednesday, Thursday, be there Friday morning, early as possible. Anyone who is wanting to steal, I told Malcolm, hmm, I'm just going going through the announcements right now, and then we'll pick up to where we need to start. We are 3 days away from camp, from ceremony camp. Um, Remember this video, this page or this stream is for the people who are on camp. We're on the same page, but we're also teaching other people more things about the history, about the Bigfoot, things like that. So uh, please come back. Please learn some different ways, I guess, of learning more teachings today to help you understand the hieroglyphs, the sky maps, and things like that. And the way I break it down, it's pretty simple. Um, the For the people going to camp, they said we part when we get there, but they also said they would kind of prefer it if we got pay for it too. If we do run across a little bit of money on the cards, $36, and that's Tamina State Park. Hopefully, I'll have some funds on the end of the week. Doing a little bit of work and hopefully enough to cover everything. I mean, it will be. Everything will be. Everything's gonna be perfect. Don't worry about it. The weather's gonna be great. Everything. So just expect a great time. So I also have people from Louisiana about helping out with that. Uh, it's not that we don't have it. It's just that we don't want to lose the spot. We just want to make sure we got it. But they said they hold on to it for us, so we don't need to worry about that. We're gonna recap about last night's ending from the distortion because I watched it again. I mean, I watched the first and I was like, it's pretty good except for the little parts we missed. Just like right now when it glitched, just like right now. Um, we're gonna go over a recap of the parts that you. Cause I went over this also. I looked at everything. I was like, that they need to. It's like StreamYard has been acting up. Um, but I don't, like I said, I don't know if the other big channels are having this problem or if it's just ours or if it's just this company or if it's just my channel. I don't know, but I haven't heard from anybody else having glitches and things like that. So, okay. So yesterday we were talking about the right eye. Um, you're out in the field, uh, and you're see, and this is back in school, and this is for warriors, and you're all getting this training. But when you're out in the woods and you don't see anything moving and everything looks, like there's no problems out there, that's just disturbed. Put your finger around the right eye, close your left eye. And say the word sit. I don't know if we covered it. I think we kind of did, but it was a collision and I started talking about this. Itching bad again. God, okay. I don't know if it's just this channel or just this um if it's just the channel or if it's just StreamYard. Maybe StreamYard is not the best to be using. I mean, even though they were rated very highly. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to. Okay, also, hello, Faith Walker. How are you doing, Malcolm? Yeah, glitching. Tell me And so I'm also putting it on my phone to record what we talk about. And if we do happen, I'll load it again. Uh, okay. In the forest, everything still looks good. Looks like there's no disturbances, no problems. Animals are acting fine. Close your left eye, cover it. Look through that little hole and say the words, see it. You're telling your body, telling your eye to see what you're not catching. This is it's like a magnifying for crystallized look, heat waves, shimmers, sparkles. Uh, I, I don't think it's just I think mine is what's on because they have thought about mine, and I think it's mine again still glitching like this. So also look for that outline, look for that blur. A big when a Bigfoot look for the blue outline and the blue body. You can see that in the phone. You can see that, and also when people vanish right around you. People grab somebody, cover their mouth, hold them, and turn their back to them. Because the facial can still pick up, not so, they'll turn over, but for that blue, for that blur. Um, Now, have you ever heard the game Red Light, Green Light? Um, that's the same thing for do. If you're looking in some area and you turn your over there for a couple seconds, go on the next tree, now to the next bush. It's always moving towards you. Every time you look away, and people can't not observant. They're not attention to what is around there. Every A Bigfoot will move every time you move your head, to move closer to you. When people are camping, hiking, jogging, walking, they're not observant. You will see traps right next to the path behind trees, especially in cedars. Bigfoot cedars at night. We're talking about 2,000 pound group will sneak up on some using stone, shrubbery, and they will get down. If you ever watch Mount Lion, Jaguar move, and they use weight distribution, and there's none of that, these take right close to you. They're going to be moving while you're over looking at the streams, while you're over checking out your beach chair or something. They're moving towards you, so know your um, anything is use car, can't see behind cars. People can't see behind cars, or they the vehicle have pictures of scenery. Remember to scan the areas you're scanning the areas you're at. No, when you pull up, you're going to make sure you know where so when you see a silhouette at night or something like that, know that bush, know what it looks like, know how big it is, because this is what we're talking about. Knowing shadows, know that shadow. Big. Sometimes watch that shadow. If that shadow back up, sometimes that shadow will back up. That shadow language is saying something there that you're not seeing. And a translucent Bigfoot can cast a shadow. Remember that. Okay. Do not let your reason and programming change anything to another object. What's happening in the mind is an overload. Let your change with anything. Uh, like that, mom do. You need to know your mind handle changes. Where you can handle will change that you think you can handle. If you do that, it will cost your life because you'll see the ambition and everything that you're supposed to be seeing. So see everything for what it is. Body and energy, body is being spiritual or um, everything that you do, your journeys, your accomplishments, your deeds, your good deeds, your but waiting for the uh, TV. And you need to be hanging on to the same. When things come up spiritually, and you have all your ready to go. When you don't put anything back, and we talk about it, back, there's no other battle except for this battle right now. So you just get your very best battle. Strong. Everything you know, everything you got. You know, for the hangers, down and sharpen it up. Uh, used to learn how to use your spirit. Learn how to use your spirit. Grab, grab, carry in your car. Learn to maneuver in the dark. Learn how to dark around the house, around your yard. Things up to that only you know. Things like that. Um, Okay. We're still having some problems. So I did record that part, but I want to change this up for you. We're gonna go over a new. Oh, it's not a new subject, but it's a the subject I want to show y'all. Let me get this set up so I don't slip. Let's just stay right here. Okay. So I want to teach y'all a little more today. That's gonna once you know a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, everything makes sense, and you're gonna be able to put everything together. I hope everybody can see this. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. So I asked everybody to get some pencil and paper. I hope everybody did. Because we're gonna go over things today. That really need to be going over. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this, and I can erase this. That's why I want to make it decent size. Okay. Okay. Everybody on, I guess, or at least we got 3. No. Now, this is also the story of the Luna Time. So, now we have to also remember that the sun, the world is turned upside down and backwards. So what we see is the sun back here, and back here. Um, and the moon circling this way. It's turning backwards. The moon is here, and the sun is here. I hope everybody can see this. This is ancient knowledge, and with that story and with all y'all have been keeping up, we're going to go ahead and advance and move forward. So the symbol for the sun is ascending, and the moon now the sun is the erect. Now, remember the sun has been built backwards. Okay, we're back. It works out right now. So, moon more more woman, moon. Okay. So in the moon, Legend of Time, the sun was attacked also, and the moon was attacked. So this is the sun symbol. Now this is the sun symbol plus one. The plus one equals the spark of life. Now the plus one here equals earth. Okay, remember remember the story. The story that we told with about the legend of time. This is what we're talking about right here. So now we know also that this is the earth symbol, sun symbol, moon symbol, earth symbol. And the moon symbol is a circle with the moon symbol inside of it. That's the plus one, which is the moon plus one is earth. And the sun plus one equals the spark of life. So in the story, when the sun, here's the earth, the moon, this is the moon. For the story, sun in the story, the sun, let me get over to it. Okay, if you remember the story, if we go back to the story, remember this is from the this is from that story that we went over. If everybody who remembers that story, this is called the Legend of Time. Now, everybody remember this is sun symbol, the sun symbol with the spark of life, the moon symbol with the earth inside is the plus one, and the earth by its, and that's the earth symbol right there. Now, the woman, right now we're looking at This is the sun bent over backwards in the ball. And the sun equals erect, straight, direct, energy, light, the skeletal and the blood, heat, and spiritual. The moon represents water, light, spiritual, portal, sacred, um, and balance. So the sun enters the moon's portal. The moon accepts the energy or the spark of life from the sun into herself for safety. So whenever okay, so when the sun and the moon can join together, it forms a symbol, which is the letter A for light and energy. And this is also about the eye of Horus, the daylight, the horizon that we get to see, because it's the light of an energy baby being. Now I'm going to read to you that same thing again, but this is from the story, The Legend of Time. And this is one of the first paragraphs of that story that we went over. We had a test over. It says, Legend of Time. As the creature approached the moon, following the path of light, Sky Woman placed the spark of life from the sun in herself for safety. Now, the sun, when the spark from the sun, direct line, energy is direct. Now, when the sun mixes with water, you get crystal. So now the sun is traveling to the moon, which is right here. This is the sun, this sun symbol, this is the moon symbol, the letter A of light. Now the spark of life touches water. Let me just put that there. And this is the spark or soul. We all sun. So, and that spark of life symbol right there. So now the spark of life has entered into the moon, into Earth. It is placed in Earth, placed inside the moon, Earth, to keep it safe. The spark of life has mixed with Earth here. I hope everybody's seeing this pretty good because it looks pretty good. So whenever the sun or the light binds with water, light becomes a part, joins the wave right here. But also, as the wave of the cool waters and the heat from the sun join, the warmth and mixture of light combine also. And now, if everybody remembers, maybe I've got that wrote down up here. Yes, I do. Great. Now, if everybody remembers that whenever these two join together, we talked about what the cosmic sky world of forever is in that story also. And I'll read that part off. And this has to do with the moon. It says, the light of spiritual cosmic animals of the sun and moon is purple with a pinkish hue. So, and that's what we're talking about. When creation started, we advanced so fast, and this is also in that story, that we only had forever. That light was a perfect spectrum before we were turned upside down and backwards. Also on that part it says the great sun is a half shape of man as the great moon is a half shape of woman, but neither have calves or feet. So in the spiritual world, there are no calves or feet, and we'll also get in a second. Now, whenever the sun and the moon, if you remember in the story, whenever they joined, she put the spark of life inside herself, which is the plus one, the safe place to put it, which is earth, the land, the spirituality of that, the physical, the two mixed. Now, with the joining of these two mixing, you get this symbol. Now, this symbol is the beginning of creation or the earth creation. Um, now, I want to put this last part. Now, everyone's got that so far where we're at. Now, I'm going to put this next, I'm going to change boards because I want to make sure you see. This is the first board. Oh, if everybody sees this, and I hope that we're able to. And the reason I ask people to write it down is sometimes these videos get disturbed or knocked off, and we're not able to hear it. So I hope that everybody just pays attention to this. Okay, so now we're going to move over just a little bit, and we're going to finish up. So here's this symbol here. Now this symbol also conjoins or combines. Everything is combining. Everything is joining. You'll also see this symbol. Okay. I just got back. I hope that we was out for a little bit, so I'm going to recap a little bit. Um, let me start this back over. Not over, but this is where we were. I think before we got the glitch. We were talking about the story, the legend of Tom here. And if everybody's been keeping up to this part, we can move over to the next one. I'll look at this room again. I hope it works out. If not, I'll do it again. But you do need to know all this. Okay, so I'm going to do a recap here also. So this is actually the symbol that we ended up with. And this is also like the number 5, but this is the moon, this is the earth, so this is 1 plus 1. And this is also, there would be another circle here from the spark of life, which is also, this has to do with the equinox and the solstice also. And we're almost there, so bear with us here. So this was the last symbol that we stopped with right here on the other page. And this is a symbol of Earth, the moon, and the sun combined. And this formed the rotation. And everybody knows that symbol. That's the yin and yang. That's the rotation. That's the beginning. And that is also what is happening here when the sun and the moon joined with Earth. Because remember, the men are the erect, the spark of life, the energy, and the moon is the earth, the water, the balance. Now, if you look in astrology, you're going to see this symbol also. And this just right here. And that's the same thing as here. This is the solstice. And this is the equinox. I mean, the winter solstice. But when the light travels on the water and with the water, when it joins, this actually forms, because here it turns back around and comes up and back around. And that's the energy symbol. And yes, people call it the infinity symbol also. But whenever you take the male side and the woman side and you put them together, of course, you're going to get this. And this is both symbols together. This is that symbol right there. This right here is the male, the sun, and the moon joined together. You get the circle, or you actually get the infinity inside the moon. And I'll show you where we're going with this in just a second. So now, like we said, these two are a top and a bottom. The top part is the male part in first creation. It's the male part. The bottom part is the woman part. It's the same thing as that wave meeting the sun. The same wave. So whenever the top part is heaven, life, warmth, earth is death, cold, but they're both spiritual. So the man is the tomb because he doesn't produce babies. He doesn't have a womb. The womb is the downward symbol. The downward symbol is the womb. The upward symbol is the tomb. This also means life and this means death. And that's whenever we get the diamond symbol. And the Choctaw should know this, but they don't know this. But the diamond symbol actually has a center, and this means life and death. So with the earth symbol, when the spark of life came in, it also came back out. And then I'll go down the next one, and I'll go down the next one, and I'll go down the next one. Each section has 3 segments. Also has 3 minerals. And this also has to do with your DNA and healing. Now, each section has 3, but each section is a +1 until you get back to here. Now, whenever the sun came in, the spark of life came into Earth, it ignited Earth and then came back out to where the woman symbol is. This is also the Aries symbol. This is talking about the bone structure, the sharing of energy, and you'll see that that's the Aries symbol. Each corner here, I need to get this higher. Okay. Now each corner here are portals. And this is your where the moon exalts. Okay, we got the spark of life that enters into Earth, makes that conception, and comes back out. This is where the moon exalts. This is the woman. This is the Sarah Brahm and the cerebellum. This is the right side of the brain, left side of the brain. We also use this for healing. So right here we have April. Everybody knows this is April. This is May. Oh, June, July, August, September, October. But right here we have April. Which in Spanish is abril, and abril means to open. So this is a portal time right here. And this is the crab, which is bark, which you have a portal here. So you have barco, which is boat. Boats go through the portals. So that's a portal right there. This is Libra or Abril or open. This is Capri or Apri, which it also means to open. So these are all portal opening areas. Now this is where the rabbit came in the fall portal time. So right now we have now we're going to be able to read this one right here. This is okay. This is the number that we have right now. But in symbology, it would be let me write that a little bit better so that everybody can see it really good. Oh. We're almost there. Give me just 1 second. Better one. Now, in symbology, this is the same thing as this, and the same thing that we've just been talked about. This is the same thing as the story, the legend in time. Oh, Legend of Time. This is the story of the Legend of Time. This is symbology, and you will find these things in hieroglyphs. You just got to know what these symbols are, what they mean. The Legend of Time is the Fibonacci sequence. Let me see if I can get this decently kind of good for right now. So we went over, this is the first part of that. And then here is the second part of that. Oop. Let me make sure I'm, yeah, sorry about that. I wish I had a somebody to turn all these things for me. I don't. But we still make it work somehow. Okay. I'm going to try this one more time. This is the first part of that story called The Legend of Time. Now, this is the second part of what we just went over. And this is the equation or the symbols for that movie. I mean, for that story, The Legend of Time. Now, I wanted to share that with you because that coincides with the story, The Legend of Time, that we talked about, that we took test over. Everyone who's I hope everybody can kind of hear it right now because it seems like it kind of streamed out and then it kind of glitched and now it's kind of okay, but I hate it when it's okay whenever we're done. But I hope that everyone was able to realize, and if you can watch that over again, or if we have too many problems, we will do that again. But that was just the first three or first four numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. And I told you we're gonna go over all these maps. We're gonna go over the Aztec sunstone, and like I told you, we're gonna get into the real meaning of the alphabet, like the letter A. We're gonna get into the real meaning of the numbers, which is the Fibonacci sequence, which has to do with the creation of life and how babies are made and how we can heal ourselves, because the only things that we have to do is take care of those deficient areas. And it's all in this. Everything that we need to know is all in this. So I'm going to watch this over. Of course, I do every night after we broadcast. I watch over to see what might needs to be redone or re-glitched over. And a lot of times, like some of this last right here, I think everybody's going to get that part because I don't think we lost the connection. We lost the connection, but we didn't lose the feed. So I think it's still on the same one, and I hope so, because this is some important information. You need to know this. Right now, you're probably the only people in the world who has started the Fibonacci sequence, the true meaning of the Fibonacci sequence and where it comes from, how it's used, how it is going to it can help you, how you can heal yourself by knowing all of this. And I know a lot of people didn't. I was telling people how to heal themselves and what they need to use. Today, we're showing you where all this comes from, and the information, and how it's really sophisticated information, but we broke it down to where we can teach that in 2 hours of how to heal yourself. Just use that. Today, we're showing you how and where it comes from, and why the earth can heal us, why the sun can heal us, why the moon can heal us, because we're all a part of every bit of creation. That is the Fibonacci sequence. That is the flower of life. That is the Egyptian Dendro Zodiac. That is the map of the universe. And we'll get to more of that also. Because remember, map of the universe goes in. It's not just flat. You don't look at it flat. You go into it. Just like the earth, you go into it. And that's how it lines up, north and south. But we're upside down and backwards. So I'm going to close tonight so I can watch this again and see what we might have missed, because it shot us off 2 or 3 times, and so I'm not going to have the right one to send to friends if this did show up. But that story, The Legend of Time, everything that we've been teaching you. We're getting more into detail about the Bigfoot. This is coming up. The Bigfoot comes in through the gate of souls, but it's conceived during the time of Libra, or when the rabbit entered down the rabbit hole through the fall equinox. Y'all remember that because we had the test over it. You know the story. If not, let's go back and read that story again or listen to that story again. All this, it all goes together. And that's why I was telling everybody, yeah, I broke down the coronavirus. I deciphered the Fibonacci sequence. I deciphered Aztec sunstone. I deciphered this. Once you know all these, once you know the Fibonacci sequence, once you know the true history of the world, nothing can get past you. And that's why I was telling everybody that, I know everything as far as everything that has to do with this earth and the beginning of it. I know where we came from. I know how we got here. I know why we're here, the purpose and reason. And I'm taking all of y'all in that direction. So we're going little by little. We've already started with the hieroglyphs. We did show that hieroglyph after the story about the man-child and the sun god. So right now you're reading hieroglyphs. You're learning ancient stories. You're learning DNA about the Bigfoot. You're learning the Fibonacci sequence. You're learning numbers. You're learning the alphabet. And there's a lot more to everything, and we're getting to that. I want to take y'all just a little at a time so that we soak this up, and also so I can check to see how much information you did receive, because this has been glitchy. But I want y'all to and that's why I was wanting people to get pencil and paper and everything. So remember, the Fibonacci sequence is in all of us. The all the information on how to heal ourselves is in here. Everything we need to know about how to heal ourselves. Now you're actually reading hieroglyphs. You're reading ancient symbols. You're learning astrology. You're learning the alphabet. You're learning numbers. You're learning light, water, earth symbols, rotation, magnetism, zodiac symbols and signs, the gate of souls, gate of God. So we've even though that was kind of like a quick overview, study or look over this again, but also remember that story we told you, the legend of time, because this is all together. The Fibonacci sequence is in the beginning, because remember we talked about if you don't start with the beginning, you'll always be wrong. And the Fibonacci actually is wrong because it doesn't start with zero. It starts with a point, but that point is always a zero. So start there. Start with that rotation. When that spark hits, that's the 0 point. That's the start. And then you get the yin and yang rotation. Then you get the light. Then everything starts forming. But like we talked about, every section has 3 sections. Each section is a mineral. The brain has 2. You got the cerebellum. You got the eyes, the mouth. You got the shoulders, the arms, hands, the chest, the breast, the heart. You got the stomach area, the intestines. You've got the genitals, the procreation. You got your hips, the thighs, the water. You got your knee minerals, which keeps you healthy. You got your calves. You got your feet. All those are different minerals. So when we're learning the Fibonacci sequence, we're also learning how our body works, what mineral comes in when and where, how we can correct our deficiencies that we have, and how we can stay healthy and never get sick. It's all here for us. The earth is the umbilical cord. We just have to know. Oh, also the word legend. The word legend means Indian sciences or our sciences. So we're teaching you our sciences, but you have to know the story, and then you need to know the symbols, because it's all Coptic language at first. It's all what we've seen. We didn't have words for this and that. We were just seeing everything. Everything was connected. So we didn't have to, when we're disconnected, we have to use a word for that. We can't just see it. We can't just use it. Now we have to pronounce it. Whenever we're supposed to feel it, we're supposed to use it. I want to thank everybody for tonight. I had a great time. Janet Miller, she says, when in doubt, drum it out, drum, 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 everything loves the beat. Uh, this has to do with that. The heartbeat of Earth, our heartbeat. It's all connected. It's the same heartbeat because we are the same as Earth. We come from the Earth. We come from the sun. We come from the moon. It's all connected. Um, but I want to thank everybody tonight. I want to check this out because I don't know how much stream I got, but I want you to know that you are now learning the Fibonacci sequence, which no one in the world knows, or they're not telling you. But we're sharing all this information with you here. It's ancient knowledge that you need to know. It's got a lot of important facts, and we're getting to all that too. We're going little by little, but we will. Any question that you could possibly think of right now, we're going to get to, and you're going to have the answer by yourself. Um, Cliff says, "Thank you, Jerry." Janet Miller says, "You got some of us here." And Janet Willer says, "Thanks." Okay, I had a great time sharing this information. We are going to go into more because, like the Fibonacci sequence, that's just the 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 to get us to Earth. That's the story of the legend of time. But we're going to go further and further so that you know exactly how the Fibonacci sequence works. And then, then you can share it with your teachers or scientists or whoever and let them know that they're wrong. This is the correct way to use this. And just share it because remember, the word legend means uh, Indian sciences. And the first book that I wrote is called The Legend of Love of Prophecy. The Legend of Love of Prophecy. And the word legend is Indian sciences, and the word prophecy means the use of Indian sciences. You cannot prophesize unless you know everything that what we're teaching you. And that's why whenever I hear a prophecy or somebody talking about it, I'll say, I'll look at where this prophecy came from, and then I would look at there's certain words that you use because the certain words are used in this. And if those certain words are there, then whoever prophesies only got like a dream or they're trying to interpret it. But you can't prophesize unless you know the Fibonacci sequence, unless you know the story. And once you know those, then you can prophesize because you know the future. You know what's going to happen because this ain't the only place it's happening. Okay, everybody. I want everybody to have a great night. I got some homework to do. Go over this and see what I might have to go back over. I hope it covered the Fibonacci sequence with you. Remember that we're just to Earth, but there's more of that Fibonacci sequence I'm going to share with you. We didn't get to the hand signals. Tomorrow, we're going to go over hand signals, and then we will get back more with the Fibonacci sequence and everything so that you understand everything about the world, everything about the universe, everything about cosmology. And of course, we're going to get into that too. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you again tomorrow night at 9:30 because I still have like maybe 2.5 hours left after this. So I'm looking at until we can get everything worked out with SMA. I'm still looking for the PayPal. Malcolm says, "Good night, everybody. Everybody have a great night." I'm going to share this last part. Um it's for PayPal, and that's for MSA if she didn't remember what it was, and also SMA. If you see this later, you can also contact me on my Facebook. I mean, um, my email. I'm gonna put that on here for you for SMA. If it's easier, send me your address. I mean your email address, and from our PayPal, I'll send you a request for that amount, that same amount, and then it'll go right to my bank account, and then I can purchase this with no problem. And I'm not sure how much this stream costs. It has been a little glitchy, so we're still kind of going to run these day or two out and see how it works. If it picks up again, then we'll be okay. But I want to thank everybody again tonight. I had a great time sharing all this information. Remember what you're learning, and we're going to advance you more. You're going to be the most advanced people in the world. You are already on your way to being Bigfoot experts. You already know a lot more than 99.9% of the world. So hang in there with us. Stay with us. And we'll keep bringing this to you at 9:30 p.m. every night. Share with your friends. Some of these things share with the children. Teach them where creation comes from, the Fibonacci sequence, how it's used in healing, the creation of Earth, and that we're moving forward. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody's time. I will see y'all again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Central Time Zone.